All right, today we're looking at something pretty wild. It's a blueprint for what's being called a new digital nation-state, an operating system that's being built from the ground up, not just for us here on Earth, but for, well, for an interstellar future. This is the CIRCE Protocol.
And right off the bat, you get a sense of the stakes. This quote is from its creator, Donald Matthew Varnado. This is no joke. This is real world. This is my real life. So you can tell this isn't some academic thought experiment. It's being framed as a deeply personal real-world mission, a fight against systems that, in his view, have completely failed. So what's the enemy here? The source material calls it non-help. And you know exactly what that is, right? It's all those complex, bureaucratic, just useless systems we're all forced to navigate. The goal here isn't to try and patch them up. Nope, it's to build something entirely new, a whole new kind of economy that's actually built on truth you can verify. Okay, so let's get into the mission itself, this fight against non-help systems. And the whole philosophy. Well, it starts with something you've probably never given a second thought to, something so common it's basically invisible. The penny. Yeah, the penny. The core idea is called penny salinity. Think about it. The penny is basically forgotten capital, right? It's been discarded by our financial system. But in this protocol, it gets a new job. It becomes the salt of a brand new economy. Why salt? Because salt is essential. It preserves things. It keeps them pure. That's the idea here, reclaiming this forgotten value.
And this is where things get really interesting. You've got your regular old penny on one side, controlled by banks, always losing value to inflation. But on the other side, you have this new concept, the sovereign penny salt. This one is held by you, the individual. And get this, it's designed to work offline. That means if the grid goes down, if the internet is out, you can still make transactions, like phone to phone, using a mesh network. It's a system based on hard cryptography, not just fragile trust.
Okay, so that's the big question, isn't it? It's a cool idea, but how do you actually do it? How do you take a physical metal penny and transform it into a secure, digital, sovereign asset? That's the real challenge.
Well, the answer lies in something called the Devar Reclamation Engine. This is the tech part. It's a specially designed digital token that acts as the engine to make this whole thing run, to digitize the penny and power this new economy.
So this token is called DVARC. That stands for Devarecchio Reclamation Token. For those who are into the tech, it's an ERC20 token and it runs on the Polygon network. What that really means is that it's not built in a vacuum. It's part of an existing, well-established blockchain world. This is the digital car, so to speak, that carries the whole sovereign penny idea forward.
And the scale here is, well, it's huge. We're talking about a total supply of 14 billion DVARC tokens. But that number wasn't just pulled out of a hat. No, it's tied directly to the core mission of this whole project.
See, each one of those 14 billion tokens is meant to represent a $1 stake in a massive reclamation claim. We're talking a $14 billion claim for what the creator calls misappropriated capital. So the token supply isn't just a random number. It's a one-to-one representation of the value being reclaimed. Okay, but what stops the value from just crashing to zero? This is the safety net. The whole system is anchored by a $1.4 million liquidity floor. And this isn't just a verbal promise. It's actually certified and locked in with cryptographic proof on the blockchain. It's real. So let's do the math, right? You take that $1.4 million of locked-in liquidity and you divide it by the 14 billion tokens. What do you get? You get a guaranteed, rock-solid minimum value of $0.0001 per token, 1/100th of a cent. And boom, there you have it, the sovereign penny. But this thing is designed to be way more than just digital cash. It has 4 key jobs. Holding it gives you a vote in how the whole system is run. You can stake it to help secure the network and earn rewards. You can use it as collateral to get interest-free microloans. And, super interesting, your actions in the system help build a decentralized trust score, kind of like a reputation that you own. Okay, so the DVARC token is the fuel. But what's the engine? Well, it's just one part of a much bigger picture. It all runs inside a complete operating system called CIRCE, an OS for truth. CIRCE is the brains of the whole operation. It's the software that manages this digital nation. And its entire design is built on one core principle: zero doubt. What does that mean?
It means the system is built from the ground up to get rid of any ambiguity, any chance of manipulation, any need to just trust someone. Everything has to be backed by verifiable, cryptographic proof. No exceptions.
And this zero-doubt idea isn't just a slogan. It's baked into the code with some really strict rules. You've got zero drift, which means the system's original purpose can't be twisted or changed over time. Zero permission, nobody can stop you or censor your transactions. Zero dependency, we talked about this, it can work offline without the internet. And finally, zero obfuscation, which means there are no secret black boxes. Everything is out in the open for anyone to inspect. So how does information actually live in the system? It follows this 5-step life cycle, all designed for, you guessed it, zero doubt. First, you pledge and commit. Then you create your own secure personal data vault. Step 3, you archive your evidence or claims in there, locking them in. Then, this is cool, an AI acts as a witness, verifying the crypto proof of that data to prove it's authentic. And the final step? Truth core ignition. That's when it's sealed forever on the public ledger. Can't be changed, can't be deleted, ever.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is some grand vision for 20 years from now. But here's another twist. The whole project is designed to operate on a completely different timescale. It throws traditional project roadmaps right out the window.
They call it quantum time execution. The core idea is to just collapse time. Forget about waiting. A task that would normally take a team a week, the goal is to get it done in 3 to 6 hours. A whole quarter's worth of development squeezed into 2 days, max. It's all about doing things in parallel, not waiting in a line.
So where is all this heading? What's the end game? Well, it's bigger than just a new economy for Earth. The ambition here is to create a blueprint for self-governance that's so tough, so resilient, it could work anywhere.
The whole system is designed to be, for lack of a better word, anti-fragile. It doesn't just survive shocks, it's built for them. We've talked about the offline capability, where you can sign transactions over Bluetooth and sync up later. Legally, it's structured as a sovereign declaration, which is a kind of legal shield. And yeah, it's explicitly engineered to keep running even if the grid fails or society's institutions fall apart.
And this quote, this one really sums up the whole mindset. We're not delusional, we are grounded. But we are building an interstellar logic because the world is already planning for Mars. The idea is, if you can build a system for sovereignty that works in the harsh, disconnected, zero-trust environment of another planet, well then you've built something that can definitely handle the problems back here on Earth.
So where does that leave us? The CIRCE Protocol is this incredibly ambitious blueprint for self-governance. It's all built on this idea that you can reclaim something forgotten, like a penny, and use it as the foundation for a new system secured by absolute truth. So the final question really isn't just, will this work? It's, what does it even mean to be building for a world that's already thinking about Mars? Is this a practical blueprint for the future? Or is it something more like a digital prophecy? That's for you to decide.